If you told me that on this road trip, the Bruins wouldn't look good at all, I still would have thought against Calgary and Edmonton and Vancouver that they'd look better than this. This road trip has been awful, to say the least. Power play, non-existent. They're 0-7 on the power play on this road trip alone. Struggling to score, the offense, where is it? They were throwing everything in the net when they were on home ice last week. Now they're just not having any luck there. And because of this, basically Boston, 1 point in 2 games, an overtime loss to the Edmonton Oilers. And they are back on the road tonight in Vancouver to face the Vancouver Canucks. Oh, but wait, we got issues. As we make things worse by saying that there will be no Charlie McAvoy, and there will be no Kevin Miller, and there will be no David Backes. As both Miller and McAvoy, to my understanding, are out for illness. David Backes took a bit of a hit to the chin in the game against Edmonton. That is why he is out. So stepping up for Boston, making his NHL debut, Urho Vakanainen. First round pick from about 2 years ago, or a year ago, I believe. And returning to the NHL for his first time in a long time, Steven Kampfer is back on the ice tonight. A weakened Boston defense, a sneaky good Vancouver team. They're a very young team. They got some veterans there, old friend Louis Eriksson being among them. So we'll see what happens on the Bruins Recap Show. So we start with our starting goaltenders tonight. It's Yaroslav's starting goalie Halak, Tuukka Rask on the bench as he should be. And for the Vancouver Canucks, it's Jacob Markstrom. And we're going to start things off about 4 or so minutes in as Jake Virtanen in a battle behind the net with Matty Grzelcyk and Urho Vakanainen. The puck pops out front. It ends up on the stick of Brian Suter, who wins a battle between him and Grzelcyk. As he's falling down, he trickles it in, somehow finding a hole underneath Yaroslav Halak, and it sneaks its way in. And that is a Tuukka Rask style goal. We haven't seen Yaroslav Halak give any of those up. But yeah, not a good goal to give up for Yarrow. Really would have hoped that would have been something that wouldn't have gone through him, but that's the way they bounce. 1-0 after 1-0 Vancouver. That's the end of the first, or that'll take the end of the first period. We go to the second period. Boston, in the first 2 periods, gets 3 power play attempts, including in the second, a too-many-menner and a slashing call, and the power play.
Do something! Do something! Do something!
Now officially 0-10 on the road trip. Yay. So we take it to the third period, and Boston, late in the second, and in most of the third, they're throwing everything at the net. They're throwing everything. The kitchen sink, some water bottles, a couple of pens, some hats, some free jerseys. They never give anything about that away. But they're throwing everything at the net, at the post, at the back wall, at the goaltender, at the opposing players. Nothing is bouncing their way. One of the prime examples, a great feed from Ryan Donato over to Sean Corrali. Sean Corrali's forced to go to the backhand, has a lot of room, has some room up top, and he just completely decides to throw it way past the net. That's just kind of the puck luck that Boston had for the majority of this game, but it's a John Moore pass up the right wing side. It goes into traffic, but there's Joakim Nordstrom, and he grabs the puck, he barrels down the right wing side, and he snipes it home with the wrister. Holy snipe, 1-1 tie. Funny enough, both goal scorers, number 20 on the uniform. Also, of side note, congratulations to John Moore, 100th career NHL point for him. So Boston, again, will continue to throw pucks and bodies and everything they can at the kitchen sink, buzzing around the offensive zone. But towards the end of the game, they are pinned down in their own zone. Yaroslav Halak makes a huge save, and it's cleared out, and we go to overtime. Now, in the overtime period, Marchand throwing some pucks at the net. They looked pretty good for the most part. The Bergeron line, Jake DeBrusk looked good. Carlo looked good for the most part. We'll get to that in a second. And speaking of that, I'll get to it right now. Brandon Carlo coughing up the puck at the offensive blue line. Brad Marchand can't get to it. He ends up on his backside. Here comes a 2-on-1 between Bo Horvat and Brock Boeser. My apologies. It's a give and go between Boeser, Horvat over to Boeser. Boeser back to Horvat. Carlo goes to play Boeser, ends up on his back. Horvat, backhand, off the arm of Halak, off the post, trickles it in. And that's, again, the way the puck bounces sometimes. 2-1, Boston falls in overtime. They do get a point, so there's that. 2 points in 3 games on the road trip. And they go to Ottawa on Tuesday night, hoping to kind of, get this road trip back on track. But 30 to 40 minutes a hockey game does not make. You look good for 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. The beginning of this game, you did not look good at all. The first period really didn't look all that great. Multiple chances, just nothing going in the net. Nothing going close to the net. Things bouncing off players. That's a tough one to take, but you do get a point out of it. So at least there's some modicum of something for Bruins fans to hold on to and cling on to. But yeah, this road trip should have been a lot better. Bruins have, outside of one game in Buffalo, have not looked good on the road. They have not had a great road record of being 1-1-2. Anyway, they will face the Ottawa Senators, who they beat in the home opener. So hopefully that'll be something to look forward to. We'll be there. It's Tuesday night on the next Bruins Recap Show.